Steven Lanzalotta has been baking bread for 30 years.
This is the initial mix.
He does it the old-fashioned way.
Do it all by hand.
It's almost as if he becomes one with the dough.
Kind of like a pancake batter stage at this point.
And the proof is in the pizza.
When this is done right, the pizza comes out primo.
Slab is the name of Steven's restaurant and his signature dish, a big, bumpy, crusty style of Sicilian pizza that will forever change your impression of square slices. And it's become one of the most talked about eats in the booming restaurant community of Portland, Maine.
There's a pizza place on every corner, but to have truly fresh dough, handmade, is definitely pretty unique. I don't know how many places in the United States that probably mix it by hand, but very few. I'm sure we're the only place in the state of Maine that does it still by hand.
Steven is extremely dedicated. He's kind of a crazy genius.
We serve a big piece of pizza. We call it a slab, but it eats really light because it's very airy.
Slab is certainly unlike any other pizzeria you've ever seen or tasted. Inside, it's modern and industrial. Outside, there's a big beer garden with communal seating and live entertainment. At the bar, General Manager Emily Kingsbury taps over 20 American craft beers. And in the kitchen, there's always Steven and those glorious slabs.
The slab, the way we sell it here is just tomato cheese. Really, really simple. Great Sicilian olive oil, crushed tomatoes, mozzarella and provolone combination, good sea salt and oregano, high heat, about 550, and we're baking those slabs about 13-14 minutes. What makes the slab dough special, it's highly hydrated. It means it has a lot of water, so you have a high water content. So it's really difficult to handle. The beauty of that is if you can get it through the oven, it eats really well. To me, the ultimate expression, if people have what I call like the Pac-Man effect, if you just keep wanting to bite, 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 because it's so cottony, so billowy, so flavorful, you want to just keep biting through that.
It looks so intimidating and huge and heavy and dense, and then you start eating it and the crust is just so light and fluffy. The sauce has a really nice sweetness to it. It really just melts in your mouth. The first time watching people eat it, their minds are blown.
It's something different than what they can get anywhere else, and that's what people love. They say, you know, I can't believe I could eat a whole pound of something.
One slice of this pizza, known as a hand slab, weighs in at 1 pound. A half slab is a half a sheet pan, and a full slab weighs in at a whopping 8 pounds of lumpy, bumpy perfection with a few tasty imperfections.
I like heights and valleys and different textures and contrast in colors. Terrain is everything for me with the top of the pizza. You want a little caramelization on the peaks of the bubbles in the black. You want really rich tomato, and we use a super high quality blend of cheeses that remain white. So you get these rivulets, almost like running lava going through it. So it really looks like a landscape.
Throughout the rest of the landscape, the flavors are just as stunning. You can start your meal with a so-called gangster platter, packed with Italian salumi, cheeses, and huge hunks of bread sliced from an enormous 18-pound fresh-baked loaf. There's also an authentic porchetta sandwich, stacked with herbed braised pork and broccoli rabe on a toasted Luna loaf, and Chicago-style hot dip roast beef with deep-fried banana peppers and a smear of Sicilian cheeses. And you can always find some slabs on special, like the spicy meat wedge made with pepperoni and pepperoncini served with some house-made blue cheese dip, or the Texas chuck wagon chili slab that's stampeded by cheddar cheese and ground beef. And when it comes time for dessert, the options and the portions do not disappoint.
The desserts here are also abbondanza, like everything else. You get a 1 pound slab, you get a nearly 3 foot long gangster platter, so the desserts are also a little oversized.
Like the ice cream cannoli wrapped inside a waffle cone shell, the Frizzoli ice cream sandwich featuring macaroon cookies and frozen ricotta cream with a Toroni brittle, and the signature Napoleon cream pile, boasting an almond-crusted orange caramel puff pastry filled with fluffy mascarpone cream and slathered with chocolate. And whether you come for something sweet or something by the slab, you'll walk away with a better understanding of what Sicilian street food is all about.
Some of the best compliments I've had, in fact, are people that have come from Palermo, which is the capital of Sicily, and say the food is as good as their grandmother's cooking.